Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Oh no! Got distracted. You alright? There's another distraction. How you doing? Welcome if you haven't seen these series. It's me in my shack making stuff. Antenna rotator this time, number 2. And we're just gonna do the axle bearing. I've printed one out. I had to make a few mods to make it a tighter fit. Anyway, let's get on with it. So we've got one currently printing at the minute. Just a little bit. The inner race. This is the 3rd iteration of the inner race. So we'll let that carry on. I've got the bearing that I made here, and this is the first rendition of the inner race. We've got the second one, and we've got the third one now. And what's happening is I'm getting rid of the play slowly. So that one had got a lot of play. This one still got some play, and I've just reduced the play by 0.75 of a mil. So 1.5 mil overall. So just got a little bit going on there. But it does work. If I've got to be careful because yeah, that's the way up. Now it fits over the 30mm shaft, and then you can just, you can't see it, spin it. So it's a bit like one of those fidget spinners. So this is an axle bearing. It's designed for the shaft to go over the top of the pole that holds your antenna, and the idea is it just fits around the pole, and I've got to make a clamping system. So this shell will be a clamping system. This is just proof of concept, and it's just got to hold it up. It's just literally hold the gate, not gate, it's like a gate, top hinge of a gate, just like that, a pole. So hold it still, but allow it to spin. You can't see this probably. It's too fast. So there's lots of play in it, which I'm not that fussed about. There's up and down play. I haven't tried to get rid of the up and down. I've only tried to get rid of that. So the next one that's nearly finished printing will hopefully be a bit more solid. And I've added one more to it, so there's 15 10mm pins in there. I suppose you call them pins. And if you want to have a look at it, this is where it all goes wrong and everything flies out. That's what it looks like inside. That's it, so it just fits over the top. Now it's possible to print these in place, but I don't want to be doing any of that at the minute. So it seems to work, the idea seems to work for the axle bearing. Now I've got to do another one of these that fits on the bottom of the pole, that cups the bottom of a 30mm pole, or I might change it to 40 yet. Just proof of concept. And that'll hold it in place, and then that'll be bolted with another piece to the bracket. So Let's just go back to this one. So that's got another 7 minutes to go. Let's have a look at the model. So I've got the model here. We've already yesterday's modelled this bit here. And this is the thing that holds the top piece in place. I've got it all reduced down and scaled down. Really, that would be higher up, or you'd have these further apart, or maybe not. Maybe not. So down the bottom there's going to be a thrust bearing. So you're pushing from the side. This is an axle bearing, I believe, if I got my terminology right. It's an axle bearing. And then actually need to put one more in there. That doesn't represent it exactly right. So anyway, it is a representation. So what we need to do is once we've got this one working, I need to create the case, make it fit, so it's ready to bolt onto these fixing holes here. So you slide your pole in and you bolt it onto there, and that just takes care of the top bit, and the pole's able to spin, and the same down the bottom. Then we've got somewhere for the stepper motor to go. It's got to be attached here, so we've got bracketry for the stepper motor. Anyway, so there's that. So what else have I got to... oh yeah, hang on, let's get back on here. Yeah, so I've posted Andy's out today. It went over on every delivery. That is Andy, if you're watching. So I've decided on how to sell these things to get rid of these 10 that I've made. Now what I'm going to do, this is a bit weird, but because I'm going to sell them for parts not working. Sell it on eBay probably for parts not working. What about a wood chipper trailer? Okay. So I've got a colleague, he's after a model making for his railway. What about a wood chipper trailer? Search for STL files. Oh, that's not it. STL. Search for STL files. Right. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, because imagine if I sell... Hang on, let's just do it how it's going to be. So it's going to be... Oh, there it is. So what we got here? Oh, that's not the right one. That's already got the barcode on it. Right, so we've got some... Hang on. Well, they're tipping over. What's going on? So I was going to put one of these in. They don't fit in the box, so just to show the project. So I'm going to have to put it in. I've got a load of these to get rid of. So I'm going to put in one of these cards. This is the information. I had loads of these made. God. Anyway, oh, that's not it. So just grab one of these. So they've got the card here. We've seen these already. It's basically, I'm going to shove this in with it, and it just takes to the website and other stuff. So it was for the controller I make. That was the whole idea, to put one in with a controller. So I'm going to put one of these in with these. And if you want the web interface and the controller for your stepper motor, this is what you need, part of what you need. Plus it takes you to the website. So it'll take you to, go into the community tab and you'll be able to find all the info. So I'm going to stick that in there. So you've got your stepper motor. I haven't put it in a bag or anything. Just fits in this reclaimed box nicely. So I'll just shut that down like that. Pop that on there. Shut the thing down. So And that's it. There's probably that's it again. That's just the label I made the other day. So anyway, it's a way of getting rid of them. So what I'm going to do, I've got to sell them for at cost, really, because I did a bit of materials. I calculated everything with the filament and the amount of hours usage on the to keep the hot plate. You got to keep all the electrics going. So anyway, I worked it all out and it come to some ridiculous price. So I just want to get the money back for what I paid out for the materials, really. I'm not trying to plus I don't know if these all are any good. I don't know, it's up to the community to test them, but I've tried to test them as much as I can test them. So what I'm going to do is I'll stick them on eBay at a price to cover the costs of the filament, the fittings, and probably that's about it. You know, just all the bits and the, I don't know, assembling it. I'll sit there and labour of love, assembled them. Took time. Anyway, but I'm going to list them as for parts not working, and detail that they're as seen on Half Greek Geek YouTube channel, and I'll explain it that it's fully working, but it's for parts not working. So if anyone buys one, most amateurs have got a soldering on anyway. If they want, they can have a dabble with it or whatever they want to do. I don't know. I can't. It's not a real product. It's something I've just designed. It's just, you know, I can't sell this out and then somebody return it and expect to get their refund, and then I'm going to be paying for postage and packaging, passing new ones back, and all I'm doing is getting me money back that I've paid for the stuff. You know what I mean? If I was going to put this price twice as much on top and then they send it back, fair enough. But if it's selling it as cost, I don't really, you know, I'll help them out any technical things, but you know, I'm just selling parts. I'm selling the bits and I'm selling the connections, and I've put it all together. So I've done the labour bit, but it's difficult to explain. It's not, you know, it's not a business. It's just me made 10 just to, you know, to make it worthwhile. I always got this idea that it's no good making one off of anything. Make 10 and then, you know, it's not to make it worth the while of the effort that's gone into it. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. So if anyone would like to try one, there's probably only ever going to be 10 available, unless there's some kind of demand for them, but I don't know. I have no idea. So it'll be on eBay very, very soon, maybe later on. Well, detail it exactly that it's an experimental project as seen on Half Greek Geek YouTube channel. It's got my name on it still, but I'll have to sell it for parts not working, even though it's working. It's fully working, because I don't want any comebacks, like, so you've got to make everyone aware of what they're buying. Anyway, with that said, either that or you know, I'm just trying to get my money back. I've probably spent about £60 in connectors. I bought 8 times 12 connectors, and I've spent filament. I don't know how much filament I've used. Probably used a couple of rolls of filament. And then there's the time it takes to. These things take hours to print. There's probably a week's worth of printing there. Imagine having a heater on for a week. It's not cheap. Anyway, then there's all the little fittings and the foil tape and the screws and whatever else to go on it, you know, and me spending time to build it all. So all I'm trying to do is get my money back, what I've spent. That's it. And if they go like hotcakes, then I might make some more. And if they don't, then they don't. I haven't got a very good track record of selling anything. I have actually been trying to sell my product, which I've been building over the years. This thing here. The whole idea was to sell this thing. So you can't compete with proprietary stuff. It's difficult. It's not like it used to be years ago. It's very strange. It's a strange going on these days. So anyway, it's not good enough just to make a working product. You got to market it. Where are you going to market it? I don't know. I ain't got time. So anyway, it is one of them really, and in this country you can't buy the bits. You buy the bits and it costs you as much as buying a completed thing. Having said that, I don't think there's anything. It's a bit of a bespoke thing with a stepper motor driven off a web interface. But anyway, whether it's a rotator or a switcher, either one or the other. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll make enough on the next one for the antenna rotator, probably 10 again. I'll say 10, I'll say 12, so I'd always want a couple, and enough to make 10, so say 12. And if, let's see if they work, I've got to put, that last one is about 120 hours of design work, and there's probably, how long did it take? It's probably a couple of days of assembling. Gotta be. So it's not worth my while, but I mean, I'm just doing what I do in my hobby. I'm live streaming it, and I want some stuff myself. I'm going to use it myself. If I try to buy some, or if I try to find something to do a job with that AM radio, if it's too expensive, like the radios cost a fortune. So I bought radios, and that's cost a fortune. So I try to use reclaimed aerials and repair them. And, there's more to it than meets the eye on the antenna. No good having a hustler with no counterpoise or grounding. If you don't got enough of that, you've had it. You've just got half an aerial, really, which they should tell you in the manual, really. Well, they probably do if I was care to read it, but anyway. Right, so there we have it. Right, let's get back on the design. Oh, that's probably finished by now, hasn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's finished. So I'm going to go and grab that, and we'll try this bearing out in real time. So back in a small interim. Alright, we're back. Right, so we're back. I've just taken these off the printer, so I've just got to trim them up a bit. Get the brim off. Yeah, they come with a brim just to help it adhere to the bed. Right, so I'm going to try this one. Hopefully this will make the bearing a lot tighter. Well, when I say tight, I don't mean tight. It needs to be loose, but it needs to be without play. Yeah, without play. So a bit early today because I've been out shopping, but I've got a week off work. So I'm supposed to be resting, which this is my resting. I'm resting, trust me. Right. Okay, so that's the one of them done. Let's get the other one. So you have to peel all this brim off. I've got a little bucket of plastic down there. Just use your thumb and get the burr off, or whatever you call it, the rest of the brim. That's it. Nearly. Just get the rest off. Right, okay. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, can I put the mic there on? Yeah. So I've got it down here. I'm going to, oh, let me just check I've got some audio for a start. Hang on. Yeah, we've got some audio. Okay. Right. Sweet it. Okay, so we just finished printing. What do we see? I don't know what to see. Anyway, we'll have a look down here. Right. So, take the lid off.
Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo, would you like to pick a frequency?
I've got to take that off there, the old one. Now I've got to try and get this out of here. Oh, that's lucky. Hang on, they're all going to fall out, look.
Curious why?
Now I've got to take this out of here. I think those two are the ones. Oh, I've got them mixed up now. Hang on. Are these the ones that I just took off? So, yeah. So I've got two of them. I've got one there, and I've got this other one. So I've got... so anyone can find a use for them. Oh, you could use them as spool holders for whatever. Come back this way. So, anyway. Right, let's get this done. So I've got to put that down there. That one goes inside there, I believe, yeah. Then we've got to fill these back up. I hope I got it the right way up. So you just push these in upright. You can't see because my great big hands are in the way. So I'll just put them in and hopefully they'll fit in without any play. Now it's already feeling a bit tight. So I don't know, maybe I've gone too big. Might have gone too big with this. Yeah, that already doesn't feel quite right. Maybe 0.75 was too much. I'll keep going, you never know, once it all squares up it might oh, sorry about the squeaking, the microphone's right there. Yeah, this might not rotate. Yeah. So I've got one left. Have I got one left now? Hang on, I've got to try and ratchet them over. No, I'm never going to get this extra one in. No, it doesn't matter. Now that is tight. That's a tight one. So I'm going to put that on there. Try and push these together so that that's it. Now put that over there. I don't think this is going to go. It looks a bit too tight to me. Right, let's get back onto this one. So let's see if we can. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, that's too tight. Give me a second. What is going on? Alright. Anyway, so that went wrong. So all hell's going wrong. All hell's breaking loose, unfortunately. Right, let's just sort this out. So yeah, I've done it, but it's very, very, very tight. Unless I can get to, so I've gone a bit mad. So getting rid of the play that looked like it's about 2 mil of play, by making it 0.75 more filled, it has actually taken all the play up. I should have gone a bit less, I think. I should have gone less. So that's okay, that's why I'm making it in bits, so I'll have to print 2 more off. Oh well. It's interesting stuff. I've got bleeps going on all over the place. So anyway, what can you do? So yeah, more technology. Technology's gone backwards in time. It's totally gone backwards. Right, what am I doing? I have no clue what I'm doing now. Right, this is the end of it. Goodbye. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Right, gone. Okay, so this one, it turned out to be too tight unless I need to just juggle it. Maybe I can take one bearing out. It does actually turn, but now there's no play. And you can hear it, it's too much. That is too much. It's a shame. Yeah, that's a shame. So I'm gonna have to just edit the model. Actually, I can get one more in there now. Alright, let me just try and split these up. It's all gonna go everywhere, you know it is. Oh dear, come on. God, you can't get it open now. Right, you can't see. That's a tight fit, surely it is. Right, oh, they're all coming out in one go now. No. Right, I think I can get one more in there. Oh, we're popping out all over the place. Right, so get this last one in there. Might make all the difference, or it might just make it totally locked up. It's interesting because this is probably why bearings lock up. Yeah, this is probably why bearings lock up on you. They have industrial bearings that lock up. They get a bit of water in them and then they lock up and then they won't move. Right, so now what have we got now? We've got a worst case scenario. So it's not moving at all now. But there's no play, so we did get rid of the play. We got rid of the play. I can move it still, but it's more like a dial. You can hear it. Yeah, because it's a polygon, not a circle. But so I've got rid of the play, but I need to introduce some play. So let's get some play back into it. Trial and error. Right, so back to the model. Here we go. Right, here we go. So I've just got to. So I put 0.75, and obviously that's too much. So I sort of want 0.25 ml less, maybe. So what I did earlier on today, well, not earlier on, it was just a while ago, I widened this area here. So what I need to do now is unwiden it. So how far? I've come out 0.75. That's too tight. That's a shame. It's almost there. So let's say half of what we put on. 0.75. What's half of that? Now I think if I come, yeah, I'll just come down 0.25. Might be still too tight for that. Let's try it. 0.25. Yeah, that's not a lot, but maybe that's just enough to make it work. So I'll bring that down to there. Get rid of that. So that's the bottom done. So let me just now how I select this is I have to go like this, like that, just to select the inner bit because I'm not printing the outer bit. Right, export it. Now this is the bottom. I believe this is the bottom bit, and I have to do the same with the top. So upper, lower, lower race, lower center, lower race center. There it is. So replace that one. Then I need to do the same with the top piece. So I've thickened it up too much. So 0.25. So it might still be too tight at this. Could still be too tight. So I'm going to have to find a use for these inner rings. They look like spool holders for wire, so maybe I can use them for that. Alright, so I'm trying to get hold of this. I've got to just go around like that, that's it. And export. Trial and error, so this is the upper center. Okay. Right, so that's that bit done. So we're upside down. So it'd be nice to finish this off and make it so the casing's ergonomic with tabs to connect to the bracket. Right, let's just go over to this bit. So we need to delete them now. Whoops, wrong one. So delete that one and bring in the new ones, the updated versions. There we are. Okay, and do all this all over again. Let's have a look at that. That's okay. Right, we'll just slice those up and print them. Now it's a bit of a waste to print 31 minutes, 20 pence worth of plastic. So I'll have to find a use for I'll end up with 3 now. If this one's right, I'll end up with 3 that are wrong. But it's only just to try it really. I need to find the exact tolerance for it, you know, the exact setting to get the nice spinny bit. I've got a feeling this is still going to be too tight, but we don't know. Don't know until we try it. So what's it doing? There it is, right. Okay, so it's going to get the heat bed warm and carry on with the rest of it. Right, so in the meantime, we can carry on making this into a fitting to fit over this bit here. So whatever I make here has to encompass the 2 halves. Now the centre bit doesn't need to be encompassed. I obviously need some kind of hood over it after, but this bit can just stay loose. Physically, to hold it in place, I just need to hold these two halves together, and they need to be held together in a clamping mechanism. So you pop your bearing in and you slide this other bit round. So for this, I'm going to come at it from a different angle, I think. Yeah, it's probably better if I rotate the whole thing. Let me just do that now. Right, I'm going to rotate the whole thing. I'll rotate the whole thing like that on its side. Bring that down here. Let's have a look at the axis. Put the axis on. Yeah, that'll probably do. That'll do. Right. So it's just I can work on it better. So I'm trying to work on it on its side. It's not easy. So I can use this bracket and all the hole alignments to generate this cage. Right. So we've got the separate bearing, and we want to slot that in and put a cover over it and screw it down to here. Or something. Preferably no, just push it in. Push it in and you put two bolts on, as you would a U-bolt. Or you use your own U-bolt. Yeah, you could use a U-bolt, or you could just put a nut and bolt through there. Anyway, so what we want, we need to start with something like this. So let's just I don't know, what can we do? Copy that. Let's just copy that. Copy these two bits. Just copy all this out. We'll use this as our structure to start with. Oh, one more. So we're going to copy that out of there. And we're going to paste it in place. And we need to work out the size from there to there. 22.75. So if I go 22.75, put a line across it. No, that all went a bit wrong. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, they're there, it's just I can't see them. Right, let's try again then. 22.75. I need to bring that out to there. Then get rid of this one. Put a line across it. Okay, so we've got this surface now. Get rid of that. That's gonna make for our part we want. We don't need. No, what's going on? What's happened? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Right, I need to grab that now and make it into something. Let's try and grab it. Alright, so group it. Let's make it into a component. Let's try and lift it up, see what's going on with it. Yeah, so it is there. So we'll lift it up 5mm. Alright, so we've got some extra stuff going on here. So I need to get rid of the extra bit. And for some reason these aren't integrated. Probably because it's got no thickness. I'll try again. I'll take it off. Right, cut them. Paste them in place. Cut them and paste them in place. And I should be able to just get rid of those two because we want to keep the holes. Keep the holes. So that's our back plane for it. It needs to have a thickness. Let's say it's 5mm. Okay, so we've got our bottom piece that just happens to sit over there like that. That's good. Right, okay. Right, so what we need to do then is to that bearing is going to be separate, because if it wears out you can take it out, print a new one out and slide it into the clamp. So the clamping system is going to be based on this. So we need some sizes. So we probably need copy that. Just paste it in place there for now. We also want this one. Copy it. Paste it in place. Right, so we've got something like, and we need to move it across to, don't know how far it is, 19 mil. What's this one? 24 mil. So we've got to, yeah, move it across there. So this one needs to come this way, 0.5 of a mil, and then we've got this one that needs to go this way, 0.5 of a mil. Then it's the right size, yeah. So I need to grab the two together. Okay. And I need to bring it over, center it. So I need to grab it, so I can't center it. But if I draw a line between the two, might be able to do it then. Yeah, can I grab it from, no, there you go. Well, yeah, I can grab it from there then. So I'm only going to go in this direction. So I need to make sure I can go that way, yeah. Locked on that position, I'll just go like that, and that automatically puts it in the centre of that shaft. Right, okay. That's okay. So that gives us our bed of a size. Well, that's our inner size, which is going to be too much like the original size. And we can't have it exactly the same size. You've got to have a bit of space. It's got to slot in. So we need to just extend it out a bit. Not a lot. 0.25 of a mil would do it. So we'll go back into there. Let's see if we can extend it out. 0.5, 0.25. And we need to do the next one as well. They will actually fit exactly, because the printer, it does something, it makes the sizes more neat, but I need a bit of play, yeah. Right, so I can get rid of the original. Oh, I need to get rid of that one as well. Right, so we've got the outer casing. Now they're too close to the original size. So again, we're going to need to go out 0.25. So let's do that now. No, we don't want to grab anything else with it. So just grab that there and come this way, 0.25. So it'll be a nice fit and without much play. Same with this one, 0.25. Right, so that should be all encompassing now. Yeah, it should be slightly bigger and should be able to push the thing in. Right, now we've got the centre bit, which we, yeah, we've got to get the centre bit worked out as well. So let's do the centre bit. And centre bit, it just needs to go around it and hold it still. Now probably just needs to go over this bit. Yeah, just goes around that and leave this bit alone, because this is not inset or anything, so we probably don't need. Yeah, so if I just grab that part of the race, okay, and put it over here, and right, we're gonna have to bring that down to the surface. On the face like that. We'll do another paste in place. So we need to do a bring it up to. It's difficult to see with that one in the way, isn't it? Alright, let's do it like that. On the face, that's it. So we need to, yeah, probably just get rid of that now. Let's get rid of that. Can I get rid of it? Yeah. Get rid of that and that. I'm working upside down all of a sudden, so let's come back upright again. It's getting to look like the Stargate a bit. Right, so there's our outer bit. We need to join that up now with the base. Okay, so let's do that next. And that bearing can then be pushed over here at some point, so I just need to come straight down with it. Right, so I just need to draw a line from here straight down on the face, and the same again on the face. Oops, that was a bit of a mistake. Why have I got an extra bit there? That's weird. Right, so that is our side. God, I was just saying to myself the other week, I wouldn't mind making a fully operational Stargate, as in it rotates and you put codes in and they actuate and stuff. But yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. Now, do I make it slightly smaller? Oh, it's going to have a thickness, because that's the inside thickness. Yeah, that's the inside. So this is the inside diameters. So if I put the bearing in, I tell you what, let's just put the bearing in there then. So grab the whole thing and move it. Try and get it in there. And we're going to have to go over 0.5 of a mil. 0.5. Is that enough? No. Another 0.5. Another 0.5. Right, is that right? No, I've gone too far. So I need to undo that one and move it just 0.25. Right, I centered it. Should have centered it. So there should be a tiny gap each side. Yeah, there is. Right, so that's your bearing sat in there. So we need some thickness to it, and it looks like we've got whatever thickness we've got here. We can work the thickness out, so it's there to there. 1.75. It's not a lot of thickness. Just probably have to overshoot this. Yeah, probably have to make it a bit bigger. Right. Okay. So we'll make it bigger. This can actually be a little bit wider. Or should we just do 0.75? 1.75, let's just do that. So to get this to be, we need to get rid of, we need to do some infill in here. Let's just join that up to there. Oh, hang on, slightly wrong. Yeah, so my wires I've been putting in, oh, they're there. They are there, okay. So, no, there we go. Right. Yeah, so we're slowly filling it in. This is a strange way of doing it compared to how everyone else does it these days, but yeah, so I need to hold it still. Yeah, so it needs to be some kind of material here to stop it going too far down, so we'll leave those lines there for a bit. And we want to extrude it to the end, probably. Let's try it. So can I extrude to there, or is it going to make it hollow? No, just let me do it. Right, okay. So we've got those two little, yeah, that's okay. And we want to also do that to there. Luckily we're getting away without it being hollowed out today. Ah, it's hollowed that one out. Bugger. Right, so why has it done that? I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? Tell you what, let's try and let's intersect the faces with the model, see if that makes a difference. No, it's just hollowed it out again. Why did one do it and not the other? We'll work it out. So, okay, we'll have to just grab this, and we've already got that there, so we just need to bring it to there, and we need to copy that. Lock it in on the green and bring it to there, and then we're in deep trouble now. Deep trouble now. What do we do now with it? Fill it in. Fill it in bit by bit. Oh, it's done it for us. Sort of. I think I can get rid of them now. Can I get rid of them? Yeah, I can get rid of them now. Right, so we've sort of inferred up on it what we're trying to do, but it's still got some hollow bits. So we're going to have to fill them in. It's just a problem with the program can only go so far. It can only do so much, the program can. This program. I have to do a bit of manual to repair it, otherwise start with some known sizes. Now we should be able to smooth it out, and it's got rid of all those I've just done and left the thing. We've got the same problem in the middle now. Oh well, We've got nothing else to do, so let's just play around. Play around, filling in gaps. Gets us to the same point in the end. Gets us to where we're trying to get to. That's a bit of a silly way of doing it. Should be using Fusion 360 really, and parametric stuff. That's okay, but when I'm designing stuff, I can't keep leaping in and out. I need to see it as I'm building it to get it. I'm not sticking to any norms, so I need to watch it progress in real time. Right, so that's it. So I should have got rid of all the extra bits of lines now. Yeah. So we don't need this outer line anymore. We need the inner ones because that's going to be part of the plastics, but the outer ones we don't need. Right, so we need some thickness all the way across now to there. So I could just do that, couldn't I? Oh, it's not going to let me go any more than that. So we need to work that out first. Yeah, so it's got to be one big bulky thing. It needs to be hollow. That's the point. How's it going to do that? How are we going to fasten that into there? So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put the bolt through first into the plastic hole and then put a nut on the back. So we're going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to put the bolt in over the plastic here, put a nut on the back, and the same. It doesn't have to be that long, does it? No. So it would have to be able to get to it, access it. So it needs to be, yeah, I don't know. And we need to come out enough to have some we've got thickness there, but we've got no thickness for the cover. So this is the outer bit. So if I join up these two, hang on. So if I join that up with that and keep going around like that, that's the inner skin that goes around it. So that's the inner skin, so encapsulating this bearing, which we've got to slide in somehow. That's going to be not easy as it sounds. Very, yeah, quite a lot not easy as it sounds. So, we've got some work to do there. Anyway, well, we know we need the skin across it, so let's get this skin done. How we get the bearing inside it? It needs to be slid in. Needs to be slid in from this end, so that it'll have to be hollow somehow. I don't know. We're gonna have to work that out. Right, so we've got that there. That's the inner skin, so it's smooth it. So you've got your inner skin. Yeah, so what we need now is an outer skin, and it might as well be that size. Yeah, might as well be that size. Might as well be the size we've got it here. So we've got the holes. Now, problem is, I've got to get oh, I know. We'll have to make this bolt on. So you slide it in and you bolt this on. That's fair enough. Yeah, so in order to do that, we need to split it there. Yeah, we need to split the top and the bottom. Now the problem I've got is the hole centres. Yeah, the hole centres are... So you got your bearing inside. Yeah, it's just almost exactly the same as that. Almost. Your hole centres. Oh, I know how to do it. If it's in two halves, you just bolt this down, or you've got to put your bolt straight through it, or you use a U-bolt. But that is actually part of our bearing there, so yeah, the bearing's there, so we've got no room for the U-bolt. Unless we make it, this clamping bit, part of the original structure. It could do. We could make the bearing shell, or the races, part of this. The outer race stays still. It's only in a bit at the turn, so we could make it all part of this. Then we'd have to get a bolt through there, or a nut. Yeah, but there's no thickness to it, so it'll need some thickness. Actually, it doesn't need thickness if it's part of the same thing. Yeah, I like the idea of that, because we've already got our thickness of the race. So the race and the cover, it's all one thing. But we've got it in 2 bits in order to load it. And our outer cover holder retainer it's not the same idea. Yeah, so let's just have a look. I've got nothing. Oh, I forgot I got those printing. Yeah, I nearly finished, look. I knew I'd got to be checking on something. So I'll go and get them in a minute and see if I can get this to change its shape. Stop from being too tight. So let's just hide the... Have I got a bearing assembly? No, I haven't given it a name yet, so hang on. Right, bearing lower, upper. Bearing. Gonna have more bearings, so axle, bearing. Put that in the axle bearing and turn the axle bearing off. Right, so we could do the pole out the way for a bit, so we can see what we're doing, and possibly the brackets. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this hollow thing. And we've got some weird colours going on. Let's keep it all the same colour. Right, that's okay. Now, where do we get to? So that's the outer. If we have a... Yeah, we need to be able to shove the bearing into it as a replacement, so this needs to extend itself. We've got thickness there, we haven't got no thickness on the sides. So to get thickness on the sides, we need to grab all this. You're probably wondering why I don't make it a real circle instead of a polygon. I don't mind the polygon. So this needs to be a certain thickness, so 2.5 mil. 2.5 mil, is that enough? Probably not enough. It needs to be 5 mil. Let's say 5 mil. 5 mil, that's it. I'll do the same with this one. Give it some thickness. It's got to hold the top and anchor everything up, so okay, so we're doing the outer piece now, the outer shell. Why didn't that like that? No, I didn't like that at all, did it? That should have filled that up. Not sure why. No, it's not filling it. That's weird. Am I not on the right plane? So it filled that one. I don't get it. Anyway, right. Let's just do the back of it. Are we in it? Yeah, we're in it. For some reason it's not liking it. Alright, one of these is solid and one isn't. That's solid. That isn't. That's why. Oops. So let's get rid of... let's copy that then. See if this will let us just do that. Now, is this now a... No, still not. Right, I have no idea why not. Let's try the top. No, it's not liking it. So it's something not... No, it's all part of the same thing. What's different? Strange, I've never seen that before. Never seen... Oh, that's decided to go for it. On that one. On that one. That's weird. Very strange. Start again. It must be... Oh, just decided to do it this time. Well, what's it doing? Don't know. It's doing some strange stuff. Alright, I don't know. No, it's not doing the business. I have no clue why not. A glitch, maybe. A glitch. Software glitch. That doesn't even look like it's doing it. It must be doing... I don't know. I don't get it. It's like it's on a... It's like it's crooked. Maybe it is crooked. Tell you what, let's come out of this. It is crooked, that's why it doesn't like it. Why would that join up crooked then? I don't get it. I'm not getting it. Yeah, it's weird. Well, that's straight. How is that? So okay, now are we straight? Looks straight to me. Oh, that's gone a bit weird. Fighting against SketchUp again. Oh, there we go. There we go. Maybe it's my fault. So we're okay up to there. Let's get rid of some of this. That's the inner bit. So we've got that there. Let's try and do it again. Okay. That didn't like it. Why didn't that like it? I don't know. It looks straight to me. Is it straight or the whole thing look crooked? It does look crooked. Why does it look crooked? Let's have a look. Oh, straight. It's me. It's me that's going crooked. Dear me. Well, unless I'm not quite lined up right. Of course. What is that there? Ah, there we go. Look at that. I've got something going on. Something weird. Right, I've got an extra line going up there. That's why it's not liking it. I don't know which one is which. Okay, so let's try it. Let's do something. Let's get rid of these lines. Get rid of these lines. And we'll just duplicate the ones at the back because these have got some extra stuff going on. Don't know why. See, it's gone all to shit. Look at it. Okay, so I want a copy of that, and give me a second. Alright, back on again. Oh, should have gone and got those. Tell you what, wait a second, I'll go and grab those races. Well, what's that? Chat disconnected. Connected. What the hell? Right, so I've got the pick these races up. Just get the bits off. Bits of string off the sides. Right, let's just get these bits off. That's it. I'll try this. I think this. I've got a feeling it's going to still be too tight, but I'll give it a try. I want the nice fit on it. Right, let's get this one done. I purposely made them polygon instead of round. On purpose. You might say, why has he done that? There's a reason, because I want it to feel like it's stepping. Right, let's get back on the down camera. Right, took 2 new ones. Let's take this apart if I can. It's such a good fit, you can't get it apart. Oh dear. Shit. Hang on. That's it, I can make a gap. Make a gap. And get it apart. Don't turn it on, take it apart. Right, so I've got it off. We're going to keep that. We need to take the inner bit, the inner race out. It's only the inner race we're changing the size of. Easier said than done. Okay. Right, that's another one we don't want. Oops. So, I'm just wondering, can I put that? No, that's the top. Yeah, put the new top over top to hold them in. To turn it over to take off this race. No. Instead of fiddling around with putting them all back in again. Yeah, right, yeah. So that's the old one. I'll put that with the other half. So yeah, so I've got another one of them. That's 3 of them. Now put this onto this one and try and line it up. Try and line it up somewhat. That's it. Now I should be able to turn it over, should I? Yeah. Turn it over to put the... Oh, the good news is it's spinning. Ho ho ho, I like it. So let's just pick that up now. Come up to the other camera. I've got a smile on my face. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, is there any play? No. There's up and down play, which I knew there was going to be, but there's no side to side play. That's what I wanted, and it still spins. You can't see. And this is only an antenna rotator, so it's not going to work at high speed. Just needs to hold it, so that will work, and it's that way up. Yeah, that way up. So yeah, I think that'll be okay. So like I said, I haven't made it round, I've made it polygon shaped, so it just actually hit the ridge. That's okay. That was by design. What the idea is, I don't know. But now we've got this bit now going on here. We've got this little up-down bit. Now, we could get rid of that, but I quite like that. Gives it a bit of... I'm trying to get rid of the play that way, not that way. I don't care about that way. Not interested in that way, I don't care. Right. So that'll do. That'll do on that one. Right, so that's fine. So I can get back on with doing this. So I've deleted that, so I need to copy. We've got an extra something going on there, I've noticed. Don't know. So I need to grab that as well. I need to copy it. Just put it there like that. So now when I hook it all up, it should just start to go. I can try it now. If I go from there to there, and if I go from there to there, yeah, this is working. That's the one. That's what I was trying to do before. With not much luck. That's what we was trying to do before. Let's finish this off. That's it. So you need to inside and an outside layer. Okay, so we're up to scratch there. Okay, that's good. So we've got our thickness, and we don't want this one anymore. Don't need that one or that one. So we don't need none of that at the minute. And we need to join this up now. So we'll have to join this up as well. Oh, it's done it for me. Fair play. We don't need this one or that one or these. Why it's split up like that, I don't know. Why do you do one side and not the other? Oh, hang on. Have I just got rid of something? No, don't think so. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I think we're okay. We're okay. Let's just get rid of the rest. Okay. What we're looking like. We've got a few extra stuff going on. As in the bits that stick out there. Don't need them. And we don't need these sides either. Okay, so what have we got? We've got double layer of skin. Right, let's get rid of the extra lines. Okay, what's it looking like now? We've got some extra lines on the inside. Yeah, because we need some plastic to hold the thing in place. Yeah, so we're gonna have to work on that. So yeah, it needs to hold the bearing where it needs to hold it. So that needs to be joined up at least. Right, so it doesn't, yeah. Let's come out of X-ray mode so we can see what's going on. Yeah, so we're okay at the minute. We're okay. So we need to split the lid off from it, but then we've got to fasten the lid back down to it. So what we'll probably do is make it in two separate bits. Yeah, not sure. We don't need that line anymore, I don't think. We don't need that line there. Alright, so we've got rid of certain stuff. Now there's the inner line, because it needs to hold the bearing still. Yes, it needs to retain that surface. So I need to go in here. It needs to pull that as far as I can this way. And the same this one. It's getting what's it doing? Right, so it's as far, actually that might be enough. Yeah, might be enough because it can retain it, can't it? Yeah. So I still need access to where the nut goes. So maybe it doesn't have to come all the way. So it'll probably be an M8 nut and bolt that holds it on. So we need to get an M8 nut in there. So I could make that smaller. How big's that? It doesn't need to be that big. Yes, 5. So as long as the shoulder's at least 2 mil. So let's undo, push, undo, push. And we're just going to come out. That's 2 mil there. Yeah, is that enough? I think so. Yeah, should be enough. And the same this side. 2 mil there. That's it. And we should be able to get our nuts in there. Yes, we should. Okay, so far so good. That needs to be reversed. Has that done all of it? Yeah. Okay, bottom. Yeah, so it's all good at the minute, apart from we've got no way into it. Got no way of putting it in at the minute. So how do we get that bearing in there? We've got a way of fastening it down with the nuts, and we probably don't need these tabs because we've got the tabs there. So let's get rid of what we don't need. That should be easy enough to get rid of. Just hollow them out. Okay, so we've got this cover that goes over the bearing and it's able to be fastened down. So you put your nut, luckily you're on the arch, that the bit that doesn't matter, so you can get your fixing in either side, and then your bearing sits on this axle bearing, sits on that shoulder. So it just sits in there like that, on that shoulder. So, and it holds it all together. When you slide it in, it holds the two halves together. Now what doesn't get held together is these plastics, but they get held together when they're mounted onto the shaft, the pole, and they can't slide out because these bearings are holding it in place. So it can only move in and out slightly, so it's fine. So now, do I make that a hex to get your bolt or nut in, so you can screw it straight through? So maybe you could slide a nut in from the side, maybe. Yeah, that might work. So solid plastic, you just slide your nut in. Because these are the elongated holes that match up on the bracket. So we don't necessarily, you don't need them, they just need to be centered. So we could just put the hex nut in there, M8. So you slide, you cassette load it from the side. Cassette load it from the side, yeah. That'll make it easy to handle, but you've got to be able to slide your bearing in. So how do we slide our bearing in? That's the thing now. Yeah, so we're going to have to split the top off from the bottom off, which means then we've got to retain the two together. Screw the two together. That'd be nice if the same fixing could do the whole thing, but it won't. Right, so we need to turn that into an M8 hole, basically. Let's do that next. Can do it from this side. Let's do it from this side. So we'll say it's an 8mm hole. Yeah, 8mm hole. Actually, that could then shrink over this a bit if you want as well. Yeah, that could actually, because it's inset, that could actually shrink over it halfway over, and it's got a bit of play that way, so it could drag, but I'll leave it like that for now. So let's turn these holes into 8mm holes. What size have we got going across? 9mm. So let's say it's 9mm then. 9mm. Oh, we're going to have exacting nuts, so we need to measure an M8 nuts really. Yeah, because these don't need to be elongated. So let's get rid of the. What's the depth? 5mm. Let's get rid of. Get rid of these. Okay, and then we'll get rid of these. I'll tell you what we'll do two together. Make it easier, two at the time. Get rid of them, and we want to select that, and that. That, and that. We need to cut it, paste them in place, and then leave them there for a minute. We need to make some holes. Tell you what, let's view the rest of the model, go into it and create some holes. 8mm. Yeah, 8mm thread will be okay. Yeah, so let's do 4mm. That's it. 4mm there, and we want the same again here. $4mm. So M8 hole. We can come out of there now and get rid of these holes. So we've got the holes in the right place, and we need to push those through. Now we can push them through, but we will need a room for a hex nut on the inside. Room for a hex nut on the inside, right? So okay, so I can either push them through now. Yeah, let's just push them through. Right, 5mm and 5mm. Okay, yeah, we're good. Good there, so far so good. Let's hide the rest of the model. Come back up the right way around. Alright, so okay, so far so good. Now we've got to work out how we're going to get our bearing in there. We've got to get our nut in, so you need some somewhere for the nut to go, unless you put the bolt head straight through and the washer and fasten it that way. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just do that. So we could do with modelling an M8 bolt and a hex head. Right, so we've got that. So now we've got to work out how we're going to get our bearing inside it. Right, how we're going to get the bearing inside there. So we've got the yeah, that's good enough. That is there. There is a bit of yeah, we've got some play, so we could get rid of all the play, but I'd rather have something going on. Yeah, something. So now I've got to work out how am I going to fasten these two together. So that's got to be self-contained bearing, yeah. So you can put your bolt in there, but then we've got to slide in. So it's going to have to come in from the top. Yeah, it's going to have to come in from the top. And then you've got nothing to fasten it with. Nothing to fasten it. So you've got 5, I think we said it was 5mm. Yeah, 5mm thick. So we've got our anchor holes are there. Now I've got to somehow slide in. Unless we slide it in, it's going to be vertical anyway. Hang on, let's just have a look. Put the pole back and the brackets. Oh, we've laid it down, haven't we? So if it's going to be held up, why not slide the bearing in from the top? It'll hold it in the cage. It's got gravity on its side. It's not gonna come out. It's just need to be held at the bottom, which it is. So we need to slide it in. So this bit is hollow, so you slide it in, and what happens to it? Oh, you need something to retain the top. What retains the other side? Oh, yeah, hang on. So you slide it in, and it holds it. Does it hold it? Does it actually hold it? Oh, it holds it that way, but doesn't actually stop it coming out. If I was to just extrude that straight through, so we could get the bearing in at the top, all that's going to happen is it's going to be able to break apart, so we won't be holding it still. Won't be holding it still, so oh, unless we do what they do in commercial stuff. They put an array of fixings around here and they fasten it down to the bottom. They fasten the lid down to the bottom. Yeah, we could do that, I suppose. Would need a fixing, a brass insert there. There. I mean, it's only just to hold the thing together. Right, okay, so we put a removable lid. Yeah, there we can get to the fixings, pop the bearing in and screw the top on. Maybe that'll work. Right, maybe that'll work. Right, so that's the way up it is. So we need to I don't know, 5, that's not enough, 5mm not enough. if you want to make the lid removable, it's not going to be enough. So we could make the outer bigger. Make the outer bigger, maybe. So yeah, we wouldn't have enough to get a brass insert. We'd have to split the lid into two. So the top lid would be the side, the cover. So you get your bolt in, fasten it on, and then you push your bearing in. At least you can get your bearing in and out as well. And just fasten it on. Now you've got rainwater to contend with, so you don't want the fixings over here. So your lid could be your gasket as well, or your oil seal, watertight seal if you need it. Yeah, I don't know. So you're going to have more fixings. Going to make it more complicated. Holes and fixings. Or we do it a different way. We thicken the sides and we make this we make the top half removable. So you slide your bearing in, pop your thing on, and just fasten it down. I like the idea of that. That sounds better. And we've got the space here that we got rid of earlier. So we could do that with the space we got rid of earlier. Right, let's look at doing that then. Look at doing that. So we've got this here. We have to split into two, and have to split from there to there, and it holds it together, and then it pushes down here, and it fastens the plastic to the plastic. Alright, let's try it then. So if I put a thing across, hang on, let's go into it, put a thing across, hang on, I don't know, view the rest of the model. If I put a line from there to there, pull that out to what's it doing? To there. Okay, and same here. What size is that? 13mm. So I pull that out. 13mm. That's what our new size looks like, and we've got to have some way of retaining it. So we'd have to have we'd have to split it there, like that. Split it. So we've got two halves. Two halves. Okay. Now we need some tabs to be able to screw it down. They could overlap actually, couldn't they? Yeah. So what I need to do is bring, can I measure that there? 10.482. So if I bring that down, 10.482, and this one 10.482. Okay, so then we can screw brass insert, or whatever we need it to be, and then fasten that. They need to come, so that needs to be right. So I've got to keep that bit there because it starts to arc off. So this bit is going to have to stick out over this bit. Okay, so what about if I do that and that, and then need to be an insert. Yeah. Okay. Probably not like that yet. So what I need is a certain thickness, 5mm. So if I go up 5mm and bring that down to, no, that's not going to work. Oh, it might do. Okay, go across to there, like that. We need to get rid of this. Get rid of that line. Now we need a fastener in here, so let's say 5mm and 5mm. Draw a line. Okay, get rid of these. And dump that. And go across to there. Like that. Just like that, and then like that. So we've got this shoulder that we can put a hole in. We don't need that one anymore. Nope, we do. We do need it. Oh, yeah, because there was a line there, wasn't there? Right, so we'll keep them lines at the minute. So that's the idea of that. What fastens it onto there though? No, it needs to go at a more acute angle. More of an acute angle. Oops. Is that even right? Yeah, that's right. Can I get rid of that one? Yep. Okay, more of an acute angle then. No, don't do it that way. Okay, so we're getting the idea. Right, what What's going on? So these need to go. That one needs to stay, I think. That one needs to go. So does that. Right, okay. That needs to be part of the top, so it needs to go. That needs to go. Oh, no, can't go. It goes automatic. Right, so we've got that there. Is there any remnants left? Any remnants? No, there's no remnants. Okay, so we can put a hole in there. And a brass insert at the bottom. So we can fasten that down. Oh, that needs to go. That needs to go. And so does that. That's all one piece now. Yeah, it's all one piece. I got, it begs the question, how am I going to make this? Needs to be a flat thing, really. Yeah. What we got going on here? Let's have a look. What's this all about? Oh. I always get informed when someone takes money. It's all bad news then. Alright, let's carry on. So we're doing a bit of a weird thing here. So you've got your nut inside that holds that down, which you've fastened that against your thing, and then you put this bearing in, and then you put this on after, and you retain it. That could just be, doesn't need to be that shape, does it? So it's better to print if it's, I'm gonna have a trouble printing that. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a bit of a problem trying to print that. It lends itself to injection molding better, really. Yeah, that's going to be the bigger problem. This kind of stuff you can do in 2 halves, but I can't do it in 2 halves. So this might not be the best idea. It might be better the screws around it, but then you're leading loads more fixings. Now I like this idea, but it's whether you can print it. It's whether it can be printed. I'll tell you what. Let's just bring that over to here. Really, it should just be there, like that. I don't really know. Is it better if it's stepped or just flush? I'm not sure. Not too sure. This is the problem. So many different ways of doing something. So I think I need to split this up between. So if I just hide the rest of the model a minute, I need to copy what I can off this. Hang on, maybe if I twist it a bit or deselect some stuff, I'll just copy it. Copy, paste in place, create a component, and go into the component and delete the bits we don't want. Right, just delete the bits we don't want. Oh, I haven't even got it all the same yet. I'll copy that in a minute. Alright, what bits don't we want? Why have we got a hollow? Oh, I know why. So it needs to fasten it against something. Right, so we've lost something. Yeah, we've lost a lot of it. Right, undo that then. Get rid of that and start again. Oh, I see, I see. So I need to copy the whole thing. Oops. Get rid of the pole and the bracket. I need to paste it in place and then make a component, go into it and delete some stuff. Right, so the stuff I need to delete is bit by bit. I'll copy the one side over. Yeah, this can go. Right, so we should still have our inner dimensions, have we? Sort of. No, we've lost our... Yeah, we've got it there, that's okay. So we need to join this up. If we're going to keep that, we need to join these up. Join them up to where they need to go to. Which is... that's a point. Oh yeah. I think we just need to go like that. And... okay, that's it. Something like this. Yeah, I need to make it. I wish I was making a Stargate instead. Could have done with making a Stargate, really. It's more fun. More fun. All things being equal, I'd rather be in Philadelphia. Right. Okay, so now we should be able to retain our... No. We're hollow. Why are we hollow? Why are we suddenly hollow? Oh. We're not hollow on that one. We're hollow on... No, we're not hollow. We are. We've got some weirdness going on. Right, not sure. I think we can get rid of it. Let's try and get rid of it. Okay, so we managed to get rid of it. Oh, here we go. More weirdness. Okay, so we've got our shell, sort of. We've retained our receptacle. Now, for some reason, we've got some strangeness going on there. we've got, that's better. That's better. And now we've got, is that more strangeness? Oh, we've got no thickness. That's why we need some thickness. Oh, yeah, we need some lines. Okay, so we've got those. Okay. Right, so we've got lines because we've got no thickness. So that fits around. Not sure whether we need to keep that now. Oh, this is painful, isn't it? Right. So we've got no thickness on that one. And we'll need some thickness. Yeah, because that's part of that one. So why are we fitting it over that? Not sure why we're doing that, but we're doing it. So I just need some thickness here. Okay, so we could have some thickness. Maybe best to put some thickness on it. Let's see what we're dealing with. So we've got plenty of thing going on here. It's just that we brought it down to there. Yeah, that's it. And it needs to have some thickness. So we're okay there, we just haven't got no thickness here. Right, so we need a bit of thickness. So what do we do? Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do, but let's just do something. 9mm, 10mm. Okay, we'll put a line there. We'll put a line here to there. That'll give us a bit of thickness, not a lot. Not a lot of thickness, but something. And then we put a line across here. Get rid of that. Oh, I'm not actually in it. That's a shame. You gotta be in it to win it. Sorry. Brain is gone nuts. Right, so we'll cut that out. Paste it in place. Right, so we've got some extra thickness, sort of. Okay, and we need to get rid of the inner bit. So we want to get rid of that. That, and that. Does that give us what we're after? Also need to get rid of, yeah, that surface needs to go there. Okay, so what have we got now? Yeah, it's quite a tight thing there, but we've got plenty of plastic around it, that's okay. Right, we're okay. Right. Is there anything else to get rid of out of this bit? Not sure. Maybe that's it. Right, looks a weird thing. Oh, we've got an extra surface we don't want there. And possibly we could lose something there. Yeah, that's it. Right, so we've got that there. It fits over top of the other one. We need to copy the same thing around here. I need to copy that again. So whatever we've done there. Copy and paste. I need to flip it. Flip along the, I don't know which axis. It's not the blue. Could be the green. No. Undo, flip. Flip along the red. Is that right? Yeah, now we've got to line it up somehow. Find out how it lines up. So we just grab it by the corner and just put it there like that. Is that it? It pretty much is it, but yeah, we've got to join it up. Okay. Sort of. Now we need something here and here. And get rid of that line and that line. Maybe try and smooth the whole thing out. Okay, have we got something? Yeah, we have. We've got something. We're going to need a hole. What size hole? Does it need to be? We're going to use M3. Doesn't seem big enough, does it? I've actually got some M6s. Yeah, I've got some M6. I think I bought M6s for something. Maybe I'll do an M6. I don't know. Can't remember what I bought it for. So we've got the top bit. So it's got no layer. So this is the axle bracket. Axle bracket keep. Is it a keep? Let's call it a keep. Axle bracket keep. There we go. Switch it off. Can't see no difference because the original one is still there. So I need to get rid of I need to sort out some of this. Probably need to go 3D. So we're trying to cut it in half. Cut the thing in half. No, that's not right. Where is it? That's better. So we've got to cover anything else? No. Yeah, I've got to put mark there and one from there to there. Okay, is that enough? We don't know. We'll try it. So we'll just go like that. And see if we can delete it. Have we lost all our surfaces? Yes, we've lost all our surfaces. Or have we? Yeah. So I need to cut, join, right, hang on. What do I need to do? So the minute we're intact, yeah, okay, I know what we need to do. We need to put a line across there, and there, and there, and there. Okay, that's alright, so we retain that. Now same over here. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. Right, let's see if we can get rid of now. Have we still got our surfaces? Yeah. So far so good. Right, it's a bit of a messy way of doing it, but anyway. One day I will have enough money and enough knowledge to use Fusion 360. Not. Right. Okay, is that everything? Is that everything? Maybe. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Okay. So that is going to be axle bracket. What do you call that? Mount, and yeah, that'll do. Axle bracket mount. So put the keep back on. Right, so okay. Yeah, so something like, yeah. We need some hole. We need to decide what fastens we got. I need to check my. Just put the bracket and the pole back. I'll have a look at it. All. So it's quite elaborate, but yeah, needs to be. Needs to be elaborate. Really, I'm quite liking it. Quite liking it, but it's got to be able to be 3D printed. Probably going to need some support material for this. Yeah, probably. Unless I make it square. If I make it square, I could print it from the ground up. That's a point. It's the bottom square and the top could be square. But the insert in the inner bit needs to retain it. So yeah, we could do that. And that could just be like that. Square then, but then we'd have overhangs. But this bottom could be square, so then I could print it that way up like that. Yeah, so I could follow that. So just need that overhang there, as long as it's tapered. And then we've got the problem of this. Oh well, let's design it first and then we'll worry about printing it. Shouldn't really that. Should worry about printing it now. But anyway. Right. So let's just go back to the thumbnail. Axle bearing. So we're still working on the axle bearing. Definitely. Yeah. It's definitely true. So that's okay. How long are we going? 2 hours. I think that's enough, isn't it? Oh, it's only early yet. It's only early yet, but I'm supposed to be on holiday. Anyway, right, I think I've had enough for today. Definitely think I've had enough, but we're getting somewhere. And the whole idea is to make it all yourself without buying £20 bearings. As soon as you have to buy a bearing, you've priced it out of the system. Yeah, you've priced it out. The whole idea is got to be cheap. Cheap. Anyway, I hope you're getting tired, so that's going to be it for today. Sorry about all that. Let's just get this on the next one. Let's have a look. Can't see it, so that maybe is the next one we'll come to. Right, that's going to be it then. So anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. And back to the thumbnail. Oops. And we're out of here. Bye bye. See you again.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.